Hi everyone, and thanks for being with us here on the CPP YouTube page. It's important for us to understand that here at the Child Protection Party, we're interested in trying to find ways to improve the system, the child protection system that is, so that stories like the one I'm about to talk about, which is a boy's suicide in residential care, are issues which simply do not happen. The fact is that the amount of young people suiciding while in care is a strong indicator that there are issues that need to be managed and dealt with that are not being dealt with in the child protection system. Issues which clearly are ignored, issues which, regardless of the number of inquiries that are held, never seem to get resolved. So I'm here today to let you know that here at the Child Protection Party, we're endeavouring to confront some of these issues, to bring them to your attention. And we do ask you to subscribe to our channel, to ring the bell for further notifications, so that you too can become aware of some of the issues that are important to us. The article I want to refer to and talk about today is this article here. Boys' suicide in residential care home should jolt Child Safety Department into action, advocates say. And we at the Child Protection Party have been advocating for this particular issue to be resolved for years. So the story is a 15-year-old Aboriginal boy subject to a child protection order died by suicide in a Queensland residential care home last weekend. Incidentally, here are some numbers. If any of this impacts you in any particular way, here are the numbers that you need to contact in order to seek some help. And you can also contact the Child Protection Party as well, and we'll put their number below. His body was discovered by other children at the Ipswich facility south of Brisbane. It has prompted calls from advocates for his death to be investigated by an ongoing inquiry into the state's broken child protection system. And it's interesting the number of times that we hear this referred to as a broken child protection system. And it doesn't matter in which state you are, the same applies. That 17 months Commission of Inquiry is reviewing the system's approach to keeping children safe, and so it should. And what does amaze us is that no matter how many advocates there are and how many deaths there are and how many kids are inappropriately removed, the system itself never seems to change. It never gets it right. And we need to be asking that question, why is that so? Sisters Inside Chief Executive Debbie Kilroy said the young people supported by the organisation were extremely distressed by the boy's death. I'm confused about why these deaths of children in care continue to happen, she told the ABC. Youth Advocacy Centre Chief Executive Catherine Hayes said the child's shocking death should jolt the Department of Child Safety into action. How many more lives of children will be wasted? And how many times do we hear those sorts of comments made? We've made them hundreds of times here at the Child Protection Party, and yet nothing seems to happen that changes anything. So Ms Hayes urged the government to address the obvious failings in the residential care system without delay. Every day, children are suffering in placements that are not fit for purpose, she said. These kids cannot wait for the outcome of the current Child Safety Commission. The government must act now. The risk of suicide is up to 4 times higher among children out of home care than the general population, according to the research by Queensland Child Death Review Board. The state's Family and Child Commissioner Luke Twyfold said that he struggled to comprehend the numbers. Over the last 5 years, 29 children who were known to the child protection system have died by suicide, he said. The death of any child is an immense loss, and it's vital we honour them by learning all we can from their life experiences. The Department of Child Safety said legislation preventing it from disclosing information about individual cases. Yeah, and that's just the garbage they continue to speak all of the time. Keeping vulnerable children safe remains our highest priority. They say that all the time as well. Young people known to the department have often been exposed to trauma, including abuse, violence and neglect, which can negatively affect their mental health and well-being. The department said if a child who died had been known to child safety authorities in 12 months before their death, a review would be undertaken by a specialist internal team. The review is then considered by the Independent Child Death Review Board located within the Queensland Family and Child Commission, the spokesman said. Queensland Child Safety Minister Amanda Cam said the loss of any life was a tragedy. Well, it is a tragedy. The question is, what are you guys doing about it? The Children in Care Census 2024 detailed a harrowing number of the mental health struggles of young people living in out-of-home care in this state, and that is deeply concerning to me, but you're doing nothing about it. So, what normally happens is we have all of these platitudes that are offered in relation to kids being in care, and nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. And we suggest that you become involved with the Child Protection Party, ring us, phone us, send us an email. We'll make sure that the details for all of that are below, and subscribe to the channel so that we can keep you informed as to when issues arise in relation to the well-being and safety of kids. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.